cancel. Oh, that's not. Okay,
Yeah,
Michael.
Michael is coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael. Okay, connecting to audio. Okay, I think you're connected, Michael. Go ahead. Your name. Give us your full name so I can begin to learn how to say my brother's name.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My full name's Michael Adeomi Oshifodori Chukwemeka.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for this very wide and deep discussion. Uh, well, I would I would want to really focus on two items on that list. So the second one is arms and explosive, and this number 17, I believe, is defense. Okay, so it's very very broad. This each items are very broad, but I want to narrow it down to the last question I asked Barrister Nadi the last time we had this. I think you were talking about. I can't remember what you were talking about, but I asked him a question about how do people in the land, how do they defend themselves? Because we're talking about you want to get referendum, you want to move forward with pulling down the constitution, which is the right way to go. Because these guys, this Fulani franchise and this Fulani people, they know what they're doing. It's like you guys said, it's a systematic thing that that they put in place to enslave the rest of the people. So I'm speaking from experience now. Say defense. How do you defend yourself? When you have nothing to defend yourself. Number 2 and number 17 tells you that you cannot, because if they come to you, they have the right. They have everything in their resources to kill you. So it's a matter of life and death. It's a very very serious conversation people are having. Very serious conversation. But my final point is this: there's no other way than to keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep organizing. Keep educating people on how to take the constitution, that fraudulent constitution, down. Because if they don't do it, if we don't do it, people are still going to be killed. They can't defend themselves. They can't they don't have right to defend themselves. They can come to your doorstep and kill you at any time. So we live in America, right? We're opportune to live here. We have the right to defend ourselves, and no one can come into my house right now as I speak to you right now and tell me any kind of thing. I know what to do, So that's exactly what needs to happen in that part of the territory. People have to have the right to defend themselves. And how do you do that? You have to have a constitution that will allow you to do that, So that's just my take, and I really commend you guys, Sister Mona, Sister Equi, Sister Augusta. You guys keep talking, keep organizing, keep strategizing, keep up the good work. Barrister Nadi, keep up the good work as well. And then anything we can do from this end, we will definitely, help you guys out as well too. We're all part of this whole struggle. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Mr. Michael, before you go, Sister Mona, 1 minute, please. If you can help us share these videos and tell your own side of the people about our YouTube page, they can go back all the way and they will see how we have discussed how we have discussed the constitutional force majeure from the beginning. So just help us disseminate this information and get your people on board as well. Thank you.
All right,
yeah.
Thank you. I was going to add something to what Michael asked about defense. We don't want our people to feel handicapped. Thank God for technology age. It's not everything that we're going to be saying on air. Just go on YouTube and look up some stuff, okay? That's all I can tell you. Don't be leaving yourself helplessly or helpless or victimizing you, because my sister will say we like to be victimized. We love that name, victim. So go online. There are some ways. It's not only gun that will kill. There's other stuff that can get your enemies off your back. So go and look them up and start practicing them. And some of them, they give you step by step. You put salt, you put unu, you put ose, you put nails, and you put petroleum, whatever. So go look it up. Go look it up. They are talking about the big defense of the gun, but they don't know about the homemade defense tactics. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
while we work on the constitutional force majeure.
Right.
These are the local small things you can do for yourself.
Right.
As we pull down the main one that is holding us down.
Absolutely. Mazi, your name and where you're viewing from, I guess. You're mute.
Yes, I'm unmuted. Thank you very much. I greet you, ladies. Good morning from here, Houston, Richmond to be specific. I am a few blocks away from our sister Augusta. I'm not that far from Sister Mona. I know somebody is jealous, but anyway, we can continue. Anyway, so, right. I thank you so much, and I'm very happy the topic we're treating today, which is the exclusive list. By the way, exclusive list was introduced in the Constitution in Section 4, subsection 2 of the Constitution. That's where it mentioned it. For those who are not familiar, the Constitution has three parts. It has what they call the preamble, the main body, and then the schedule. The preamble is the part that tells the story how they came about the Constitution, and then the body, and then the schedule is more of a detailed explanation of what we have in the body, because there it says in Section 4, subsection 2, it says schedule as in Schedule 2, Part 1, or in the exclusive list. Then when you go there, you now see the details. Now, there are very few places I want to touch on the exclusive list. What people do not understand is that the most dangerous of all of them is number 8. I want Sister Augusta to read that number 8 while I make the explanation. If you can, please.
Sure. Number 8, census, including the establishment and maintenance of machinery for continuous and universal registration of births and deaths throughout Nigeria.
Now, let me say this. Maybe people don't know. Whatever you are doing in Nigeria, employment, you want to enter the university, you want to join the force or military, anything you want to do that has to do with paperwork, you must include your state of origin. There is always a place for state of origin in every paperwork. The only paperwork that does not have state of origin is the census. I hope that is sinking. Whenever they are counting, they are doing census. The paperwork you fill out, the form you fill out, there is no state of origin. So let me put it this way now. Sister Mona is in Kano. Sister Augusta is also in Kano, and I know I'm in Lagos. And when we are filling the form, Sister Mona is going to fill Kano. There is no provision for state. Or let's say that I don't know the state she's from, but let's say she's from Abia, for instance. There is no place for her to put Abia State as her state of origin in that form. If census is going on and Sister Mona is in Kano, she is counted as a Kano citizen. There is no place in that form. Go and do your own work. In fact, that was the Fulanis. They threatened to kill everybody if state of origin is included in the census form, in the census paperwork. Now, you may be asking, what does that mean? I mean, it's just counting now, just put your name. What that means is, if the 4 of us are resident in Kano and we are counted as Kano citizens. And keep in mind, I don't know if it's Sister Mona or Augustine that said that our people have been forced to flee our homeland, and we now live outside our homeland. I can say that we have almost more people outside than even more that are in our homeland. So you now understand why Kano is 10 million. But if they fill that form and you have state of origin, the 4 of us now will be, as if we are in Kano when the census is being conducted. By the way, they've only done one census, and the rules say they should be doing it every 10 years. Now they did it last in 2006. It's 14 years now. And I can guarantee you that is one of the things Buhari will, his accomplishment before he leaves office. He will make sure he does that and skill the population. Now, going back to what I was saying, if 4 of us are in Kano and we are counted as Kano citizens. But if there is a provision for state of origin, and then it goes to the database, you run report just like you all use Excel. You can do a data source and select by state and all that, and state by origin. Everything will come out. Now, how does all that play in? Go to section 1. I'm not going to ask you to read that, but if you go to section 152, section 162 of the Constitution, it says that there shall be something called federation account. And every money coming into Nigeria, into every revenue being realized, apart from the one of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and I think the military or something like that, but all the other monies, like the oil sales and everything, including the tax we talked about, including the revenue from customs and all the money coming into the federation account, when it comes there, they will share it among the states. And the condition for sharing it include the population of the state. Are you getting me now?
Yes.
Is that beginning to make sense now? So Kano oil, for instance, you sell oil from Bayelsa State. Let's say, just for throwing numbers out there, you say you get $10 million. It comes into the federation account. And they want to share that money from federation account. Kano has 10 million. Bayelsa State has less than 2 million. There are two other conditions, which are the size of the state in terms of geography, how big the state is. Compare Kano and Bayelsa and you will know it better. There is also the issue of local government. I think Bayelsa has about 11 or 13 local governments, something like that. Kano State has 44 local governments. Mm-hmm. So even if you discount number of local government, discount the geography of the state, now talk about the population. And that population of Kano is made up of people like you and I who have fled our ancestral land because of the hardship to go up north. Why? Because the census, because they do it based on what they have on record. The record in the census is showing the 4 of us as Kano citizens, not as state of origin. That's
Fraud.
So that's on the exclusive list. It's only the federal government that will do that. I can go on and on each of those 68 items. But I just wanted to point this out so that we know. By the way, I said the Constitution has 3 parts. The preamble, the body, and the schedule. The preamble is telling us that we, the people, have been solemnly agreed. The question now is, when did we? Where did we? And how did we, the people, solemnly agree? So it is all a fraud. And these are the things they are using you all are aware. I mean, Sister Augusta and I are from so-called Imo State. Where number 4 suddenly became number 1. Why? Because there is an INEC somewhere, a federal. You see, so they make sure that there will never be another Sam Mbakwe in area where we come from. They make sure that will never happen again. Why? Like Sister Eku said, that fraudulent document called 1999 control. So I agree totally, completely with all you said here. You ladies said about the 68 item is all aimed at, caging us, enslaving us, depriving us, and not subhuman. And what is the solution? The solution is to reject that constitution by way of declaring or activating a constitutional force majeure, which, by the grace of God, is going to happen in a couple of weeks. And then we will get to the next phase, which is, first of all, conducting a referendum to even find out if we want to continue. Do we even the Old Eastern region, the Midwestern region, the Western region, the Middle Belt, and the North? The question will be thrown out to them. Do we really want to continue as a nation, as one, not a nation, sorry, because Nigeria is not a nation, as a country? Do we really want to continue as a country? That is the next phase after the constitutional force majeure. Why am I making this point? Because I think I'm done. I'm running up now. Why am I making this point? I'm making this point because some people think that the Lower Niger Congress and what you ladies here stand for is for constitutional amendment or for Nigeria. Or new Nigeria.
Nigeria is a bad husband that have knocked out all the teeth from the wife's mouth, killed the children. There is no reason for me to be with that husband anymore. Not even Jesus Christ of Nazareth will convince me to be with the husband. So you shouldn't get it twisted. It's loud and clear where we are going. It's divorce, final. Because I'm going to see if I can get some of my teeth back.
Exactly. So that's all I want to say. Thank you, ladies, so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, my dear, for making that clarification. Our people need to understand what the culprit or who the culprit is here, which is the 1999 Constitution. We're telling you guys, if you take this thing down, it will give power back to the people. It would give power back to you where you will decide, just like we do here. You decide for who will run for offices. Who will be your representatives. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not someone that is making money, someone that is singing to your emotion, someone that is coming to your funeral and wakekeeping so you can vote for them in 2023 election, for someone that is sending their children overseas where yours is dying on the street and get shot like an animal when you go for a meeting on a Sunday, someone that is doing all these things. So we're telling you guys, recognize that this power. We're talking about power, and some people are still asking, "Oh, the Fulanis are not going to allow you to do that." It's not up to them anymore. It's not up to them, and that's why we say go listen to our show. You will see that we have the alliance that we need. When you look at the alliance territory, we have the alliance that we need with the rest of the so-called Nigerians to make these people the minorities. They chose to become a Sharia state, so now we have the minorities, alliance that we need to get where we're going. All we need is for people to begin to understand this and not thinking that it's like making up stories about seeing UN and going to UN and doing all that is going to get it for you. That this is the legitimate way set by the international standards on how you can get yourself out of that place. And besides, it makes sense. It's like a bad divorce. If I'm living here, am I going to leave my kids for the husband that have knocked out all my teeth? Does that make sense? No, if I go, I'm going with all my kids, right? Because if I leave them, their crying will bring me back. So we are in this mess with our brothers and sisters from the Middle Belt and the rest of the area, that if we come together and say this is our common enemy, who we already know who they are. They've made themselves out to be, they are the criminals in charge. So we know who the enemies are. We just have to come together as our brothers and sisters and do the needful. And we do want to commend the middle belt brothers and sisters that broke away from the north. So we thank you guys. That is a big leadway. We are serious about where we are going. That we need to tell these people, isolate this enemy. They are the enemy. They are holding everybody else, on the siege. So please, thank you guys so much. We're hoping that the men will start waking up. Leave the hotel rooms and start going and reading up on things and looking up this. The hotel room will ever get you. You can only have how many? What I don't even want to call the names now. Some people will start shouting on this radio. How many of those would you have? You find yourself in hotel room over and over, or the same thing over and over again. How many of your children are dying? Can you use your life for something worthwhile for a change? Can you look at your Westerners, your partners in Westerners, and see how they are treating their fellow men and women, and start thinking in that direction? Everything should not revolve around your private part. Very soon it will even die if you use it too much. So please, let's get serious about things and know what the problem is. The root cause problem of our nation is this 1999 election, so that as soon as we understand that and pull it down, then you will have the power to say, you can't talk to me that way. If Musa brings out his gun, you bring out yours. Yeah, let's go for a shootout, Mr. Musa. Remember Saddam Hussein telling Bush to come to this thing for a shootout. Let's go for a shootout, Musa. So, my dear, we thank you guys for joining us. We're trying to limit our program to two hours so that it will be easy to watch. And I think that will be the call for the day. Sisters, your final statements before we go.
Are we giving them a take-home point?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Why set it up? So, want to give you summary so that you just, even if you listen to the take-home points, you will know this is what you need to know. Let it be known that our current woes began in 1967 when we lost our regional autonomy and the right to be self-governing in a supposedly federal Republic of Nigeria. So in response to the most famous and intriguing question from Shakespeare, to be or not to be, we have chosen to be. Get it down in your mind that we have chosen to be. The upcoming constitutional force majeure will restore our right to be. So in search for how we can turn off this tap that has been running, because there's a tap of evil opened up, running, in search of how to turn off the tap and end the misery that we currently live in. Whether you're seeking Biafra, Oduduwa Republic, resource control, regional autonomy, restructuring, even whether you're trying to escape from the killings of going on in your region, the first order, the first thing you need to do is taking down the obnoxious 1999 Constitution. Because it is 1999 Constitution that locks you up in this toxic nation, this toxic union that enables all these adversaries against you. So what the multi-regional constitutional force majeure targets are to end the death trap union and to launch us into a transitioning that will midwife the referendums to determine our political future, like they did in South Africa in 1990. We're not the first. People have done it and it works. So once again, we want to remind the National Assembly that the issue here is not amendments. We're not looking for amending Constitution, the Constitution that we didn't make. So it's not amendments. And it's not fruitless ritual of national conferences. It's none of those. We want to bring down the source of our misery to end it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Ekwe. Sister Augusta, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today, and we thank our few callers. As Sister Eku rightly said, we have to end this. It has to come down. There are no two ways about it. If it doesn't come down, we'll continue to do lamentation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10, and we want to stop lamenting. We really want to stop lamenting. The ball's in our court right now. If we don't stop this, not just us, our probably to the 10th generation would continue to say the same thing. So we have to get away from these shackles. And the only way we can do that is bringing that constitution down. Somebody was saying as I was reading that, how do you do that? We are telling you that very soon there will be an activation of the multi-regional. When we say multi-regional, it's just us. The Southwest people, they're going to be part of this. The Middle Belt, they're going to be part of this. We at the Lower Niger area, we are going to be part of it. So it's all of us coming together to say we no longer want to continue in this atrocious union. We don't want it anymore. Even if it's offered, it cannot even be renewed. There is no way. Because guess what? These Fulanis are not ready to even dump their Sharia. So if they're not ready to dump their Sharia, how can we continue to be in a nation, supposedly, where we don't even do the same things? We don't want the same things. We want to fly. They want to crawl. How can two people that have two different perspectives towards flight be in the same room? It will blow. So we no longer want this. We want to leave. We want to leave. And the only way we can leave is bringing out this constitution. Because guess what? If you put an Igbo president in 2023, he or she is they don't do she anyway. He is going to swear on that constitution. He's going to swear to uphold it to the letter. And if he does that, we would remain in the same quagmire. So for how long? Let us leave this their nonsense that they've concocted and called it 99 Constitution. And locked us all into a country where the minutest of the population are the ones ruling us. The non-educated ones amongst them are the ones ruling us. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. So I want us all to, for those that are joining us for the first time, we are Daughters of Truth. We are on YouTube. You can, check, subscribe to our channel. Continue to share this on Facebook so that some people would understand why it is important to take down that constitution. Continue to share it. And we have this, the constitution itself. I think Sister Mona will upload it on our page. And the 69 exclusive list will also, the 68 exclusively will also be uploaded on our page. Go and read it on your own and listen and, do your own, decipher it yourself. Go and read it on your own and understand it on your own. So that when people start telling you, start voting, Igbo presidency, start telling them that Igbo presidency would not work. We don't want that. And the likes of Peter Obi, I know he's flaunting that right now. It's not going to change anything. He may say he did some good in Anambra, which I didn't see. But even if you bring your Anambra mentality into Igbo presidency, it's not going to work. Because they're going to uphold that constitution. So please, all those our Igbo men that are just so full of themselves, they know what is going on. They know what's at stake. But they're just so full of themselves. It's high time you came down and started doing what we, your people, want. If you don't do what we want, we will wipe all of you away and put women everywhere. Because I think it's high time women came up and started doing things that is good for us, for our children, and for our generations to come. We need to stop this. So if you all cannot see the pathway and follow it, we're going to knock you with Gongoro and take charge. Mm-hmm. I think it's high time we did that.
Burn down the whole hotel rooms, every one of them. You and your girlfriend.
Waste money. Convert your hotel rooms into something lucrative. Because it's that thing that is deceiving them.
We will touch them where it will hurt them.
Touch them where you hurt them. And they will understand that we aren't joking.
They will understand what I was saying. We are not here to play games.
We're not here to play games. If you will not get it right, and we are referring to people like Patutomi that is doing some God knows what. We are referring to the likes of Kingston Morgan. You guys, you claim intelligent, you claim you read Cambridge, you read Oxford. And yet, you cannot read this is the exclusive list.
That's selfish and greedy. That's selfish.
You read Cambridge, you read Yale, you read Harvard, you read this, you read all the papers to school. And you cannot read just this piece of paper written by the Fulani that is holding you and I hostage for years, holding us for hostage for years. For how long are we going to continue this mess? Stop bamboozling us with too much grammar. We don't want it. Get down from your high horses and go and read this and know that this is what is holding us. You read it, you shred it, and get us out of the loophole. If you cannot get it out of the loophole, like the 1929 women about women, we are going to wipe you away from that, and move forward. I think it's high time we did that.
It's high time.
We are not joking.
No,
it's sickening.
Thank you, viewers, for being here today. Thank you, Sister Mona.
Thank you, Sister Augusta. Thank you guys for joining us once again. We are not serious about this. The lives of our children are endangered, so we are not playing anymore. We are not worried about your private part, because that's the only thing you're concerned about. You're not worried about your ego, your presidency. You're running back and forth when you need more help with Nama and Cow is ruling you. We are done with it. So get up. If you want that your manhood back, if you want that respect from your people back, go and do the needful. This fakeness and whateverness you guys are doing ain't gonna cut it anymore. We are done with it. See you guys next week.